Hey, everybody, it's Dr. Amy Myers. Please let me know if you can hear me. I am using a new speaker today, so if in the comments you could let me know if you are hearing me, that would be super awesome. Sorry, I was running a quick second late, and let me just pull up Facebook here and make sure that y'all can all see me, and I will say hello to some people. Okay, so let's see. Sounds like everybody can hear me. So quickly, I'm Dr. Amy Myers, the New York Times bestselling author of The Autoimmune Solution and The Thyroid Connection, as well as the author of a new upcoming book, The Autoimmune Solution Cookbook, which comes out May 8th. So I'm super excited about that. It's available for pre-order now on Amazon. I'm also the founder and medical director of Austin Ultra Health. So I'm super excited today that you're going to be joining me. We're going to be talking about snacks. So I have a lot of snacks in my cookbook, and I'm actually going to give you guys a sneak peek of my cookbook. I don't actually have a copy yet, but I do have the pages. So let me tell a few of you guys hello, and then hi Star from Southern California. Hi, Rachel or Rochelle. She loves the Autoimmune Solution book. Awesome. Hi, Debbie from Birmingham. Hi, Sarah. Looks like you're from Canada. So welcome, everybody. So let me show you this beauty. I literally have goosebumps. It's so exciting. So this is, and let me just pull up Zoom so I can see myself. This is what a book looks like. When it's called, well, there are multiple stages when you write a book. So you write a book, you turn it into the editor, and then through a Word doc, you kind of go back and forth editing the book. And then eventually it gets to what are called the pages. So this is all typeset and color set and what the cookbook is going to look like. So I have over 150 recipes that are amazing. Section 1, let me go into it, is how to live the solution. Then we get into nourishing you and your family, which is over 150 recipes, and we will get into what some of those are. And then we have the Myers Way for life. Now let me show you some of these photos because they are incredible. So we have desserts, we have peanut butter cups. I'm not going to show you all the rest or all of the photos, but just a few of them so you get an idea. We have lemon bars. We have gingerbread cake, which if you go to my Instagram stories, you will see Elle, I think I put it up there today, eating some of this gingerbread cake. So I have some in the house right now, and Elle is there going, she loved it. And then she left it in her bowl and Mocha ran in and ate it. It was pretty funny. So everybody in the house, babies and dogs alike, love the gingerbread recipe. We have, of course, salmon. I've just dropped a bunch of recipes that I wanted to show you. Pork chops. And then I wanted to show you, I am going to lean down quickly. Pizza. So, and then let me do one more. They are just so amazing. Pad Thai. So I just have to give a big shout out to Dana Ferris, who, as you all know, is my registered dietitian, and she helped me significantly with this book, testing and retesting recipes, and they are seriously amazing. So you guys are going to love it. So let me just tell you, and let's see. So what's my favorite recipe in the book? Misty is asking me. It's for the Asian flank steak when it comes to a meal. When it comes to, and I don't even have any of the recipes here, but we also have pancakes and muffins and crackers and waffles and things that I didn't have in the autoimmune solution or even the thyroid connection. Because you guys are so intent on taking back your health, it has become virtually mainstream to get a lot of flours that are not grain-based flours now. And so we have so many things. And now let's see, I have Alex asking me, or who is it? Tiffany asking about, do we use nut flours? Nope, there are no nut flours in the whole cookbook. And I'm assuming she's asking about coconut flour. So we do use coconut flour, but it's not in every recipe, because I know a lot of people, even in the AIP community, can't tolerate coconut. So we were very cognizant of leaving that out and using things like tiger nut flour and also cassava flour. So I'm going to get into more about that, but I want you guys to know, if you head over to Amazon and you pre-order a copy of my book today or anytime between now and May 8th, but it'd be great if you did it today, that when you do that, you can head back over to my website. You can go to amymd.io/AI cookbook and put in your receipt. You'll get a $20 gift card to my store. So I think the book's $25 on Amazon. So it practically pays for your book on Amazon. You'll get a $20 gift card to my store. In the book, we use a lot of the collagen protein, the paleo protein, and also we're going to be releasing a gelatin. So that helps with a lot of the baked goods as an egg substitute. So you can use that $20 gift card towards one of those purchases or anything you want on my store. Plus, we have over $200 in bonus gifts. So you get essentially the cookbook for free. You get a $20 gift card and $200 in bonuses. So head over to amymd.io/AI cookbook after you have ordered your book. You don't have to order it on Amazon. I'm just saying Amazon. You can get it on iTunes. You can get it at Barnes & Noble. You have to get it, pre-order it on an online store. You can't walk into Barnes & Noble right now. I mean, maybe you can walk in there and pre-order it. I don't know. But online, typically, you'll get a receipt and then you can go back. All right, let me say hello to a couple more people. Hi, Elle Ann, if that's how you pronounce your name. That's my daughter's name, Elle. Hi, Jamie. How are you? Yes, it is a great deal. So Dion says, this will be my life choice for eating forever. Now I'm so happy to get your recipes. Can't wait. Awesome. Me too. Okay, everybody. So what we're going to be talking about today is snacks. So I have a couple snacks that we have in my own store that I'm going to be talking to you about, which are my go-to snacks. And you can't see it over here, but I have an entire shelf. I've built this makeshift table next to me to house a bunch of store-bought snacks that are AIP or autoimmune compliant Myers Way snacks. So I'm going to go over all of those things today, as well as a few of the recipes, or mention a few recipes in the cookbook that also work as snacks. So in the cookbook, we have appetizers, we have, well, breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, appetizers, side dishes, soups, salads, and smoothies and juices, as well as desserts. And I even, as a bonus, added a few body products and home cleaning products in the recipe. So that's all that you get in this. And you can see how thick, let me just show you one more time, how thick this cookbook is going to be. And it's actually more than just a cookbook. As you know, the Myers Way is a way of life. So it's not just a cookbook. I mean, I actually have, I think, 3 or 4 different chapters in here about my life, what has happened to me in my life since the autoimmune solution. I get a little choked up because, of course, you guys know the birth of my daughter, who will be 1 March 3rd, and the death of my dad and my mold exposure. So I get a little choked up thinking about all the fabulous things that have happened to me since the autoimmune solution was written, but also the sort of tragic things that have happened as well in my own life. So I write all about that in this book as well. So, and then I can sort of review, if you've never bought the autoimmune solution, this is meant to be a standalone book that you understand the 4 pillars of the autoimmune solution without having to go back and buy that other book. So if anybody's new to this or you've never bought the autoimmune solution, of course you always can, but you can sort of just pick up right here in this cookbook. So it's far more than a cookbook. All right, so we all get busy. I mean, just yesterday, I literally, well, Sunday night, I flew to Detroit to be on a Dr. Nandy show and flew back yesterday. So I was literally gone for 24 hours. I was in the middle of nowhere. It wasn't really Detroit. It was in the suburbs somewhere. Landed late, dark, cold, dreary, didn't really want to go out. And then same thing all day in the studio, and then hopped back on a plane. So things that I either took with me or found a grocery store and was able to purchase. So let's dig in to snacks and prepackaged snacks. So the problem with snacks, the ones that you can buy, at the grocery store, even the top-notch, all-natural grocery stores, sometimes end up being more like dessert than snacks. They're filled with sugars. Even natural sweeteners add up, like the coconut sugar and the maple syrup. So that all these paleo products and even autoimmune paleo products have come onto the market recently because there's so many of us eating this way. But all those sweeteners can really add up. So you got to be super careful. And of course, as we're eating these sweeteners, it can spike our blood sugar. And, when your blood sugar surges high, then you have a crash. So you have yo-yo swinging of blood sugar. So you really want to make sure, and we'll talk about this, that you're getting adequate protein so that you don't have these blood sugar crashes, adequate fats, adequate protein. And of course, blood sugar crashes can have a negative impact on our weight, on our thyroid, on our immune system. They can also be filled with toxic ingredients like GMOs. And then if they're not organic, they can have, herbicides, pesticides, and other toxins. And we know from the Autoimmune Solution and the Thyroid Connection that those toxins can lead to leaky gut. And then typically, if you're following a paleo or an AIP protocol and you are looking for snacks with those buzzwords on them, they're not going to have gluten or dairy or corn or soy. But you do need to be careful when you're looking at snacks in general, because gluten can be hidden under a lot of different names that isn't really gluten. I have an article on this if you're curious about that. And then a lot of these snacks that even are being listed as paleo have dairy in them, have whey in them, because certain paleo programs do allow dairy. They have eggs in them, egg white. I always look when I go to a new place in the grocery store and just kind of investigate all the snack options. And I was looking at things that were labeled paleo. In fact, it's called the paleo protein bar or something like that. And it was all egg white protein. So you got to be careful. And really, if you're buying packaged foods, which we all do. I'd love to tell you I have nothing in a package in my house, but I do have some things. We're traveling to New Zealand and Australia here coming up, and we're going to take some food with us because I don't know what situation we might get caught in. So, read the ingredients is really, really important. Being super careful about those sugars, even the natural ones like honey, maple syrup, molasses, even stevia and erythritol. I do, say that you can have those, and I've included actually a little bit of those, except for the erythritol, in my new book, The Autoimmune Solution Cookbook, because, that's what allows us to make a cupcake that we're going to make for Elle's 1-year birthday. That allows us to make gingerbread bread, allows us to indulge in some sweet treats. So you just need to be careful and make sure that after you've gone through the program, if you're introducing these things, only to do them in moderation. So some tips, and let me just see where we are with people. All right. So some tips for looking for packaged foods in the grocery store. Always look for high protein. So protein is what fuels your brain, gives us energy, keeps us focused. It keeps us satiated, and it keeps our blood sugars level. And of course, it, is very difficult to convert that into a sugar. And so it's what we need to build our muscles. It's what we need for our brain to signal. It's what we need to tell our body that we're satiated. It's what we need for our immune system. So always looking for high protein snacks. You can choose snacks that also include fiber and healthy fats. So those are other things that are going to keep us full longer. They're going to fill up our belly. In fact, they help us fight sugar cravings and sugar crashes as well. Keeps that blood sugar. What you want to do is keep that blood sugar nice and steady. When I was a vegetarian, Every day I would get up, whatever it was, eat breakfast at 8 o'clock. And by 10:30, I was crashing. I mean, I needed something to eat. Now, a lot of mornings I'll get up and have tea and my collagen protein, and I won't have breakfast, or that will be my breakfast, or I'll have breakfast like I did this morning. I had some sausage and avocado and some eggs. I have added back in eggs, and I do well with those. And so, and then I haven't had lunch yet. I'm not advocating that, but the point is that I can go long hours now that I've completely changed my diet from a grain-based vegetarian diet to one that is, healthy fats, fibers, and animal proteins, to having very controlled blood sugars that I can go hours. I'm not suggesting that you should go hours, although some people do well with intermittent fasting. I'm not suggesting that you need to do that. The point is that I'm telling you, I don't get shaky anymore. I now know, like, when I'm hungry, I should eat. But I used to get that hangry feeling, right? I mean, just really blood sugar dropping, shaky, angry, irritable, need food right away. And then, of course, I'd go eat some more carby something, and then the whole cycle would continue again. But always when in doubt, oh, and I wanted to say there was a New England Journal of Medicine study showing that people with diabetes who ate 50 grams or more of fiber a day were able to control their blood glucose levels better than somebody who ate much less than 50 grams of fiber. So always read your labels. Brands can often change their ingredients without any warning. So even your tried and true favorite brand, still, when you pick up the package, read the ingredients every time, because you just never know if somebody is going to, if somebody is going to switch up an ingredient for you. So I mentioned I have some snacks that we started carrying in my office or in my store because you guys have been asking for them. So I'm going to go over a few snacks that we recently started carrying in my store. We're getting rave reviews about, and then I'm going to go over some snacks that you can buy over the counter. And I forgot to mention that that I'm also doing a giveaway. I completely forgot to mention this. So stick till the end, and I'll tell you how you can enter to win this giveaway. But what I'm giving away is a signed copy of my new cookbook, The Autoimmune Solution, as well as some of my favorite snacks that I'm talking about today, a little sample pack. So hang on till the end. I'll tell you how to enter to win. You can like and share it with other people if you want, but you'll have a chance to enter to win a signed copy of my book. Now, remember, it didn't come out till May 8th, so even if you win, you won't get the copy until after May 8th, because I won't have, well, I'll probably get a few copies before May 8th, so I'll sign it and send it out to you. So maybe you'll also be a person who will get the book before anybody else will. All right, so what I wanted to talk about was my go-to snacks. So we have formulated 3 new bars in my office, and let me show them to you, and then I'm going to talk to you about each one of these. So we have a chewy chocolate bar. We have a coconut joy bar. We've had this one out for a little while, and we are getting rave reviews about that. We're recently just launched the mint joy bar. So it's very similar to the coconut joy, but it has mint in it. So let me walk you through each of these bars, and then I'll go over this table full of snacks that you can get either online or in your regular grocery store. In fact, a few of these snacks I just bought at Costco last week for this Facebook Live, and 1 or 2 I actually got when I was in Detroit that I thought were cool and that I would share with you. Okay, so the Coconut Joy Fiber Bars, we introduced these in December, and like I said, they've been a huge hit. We can barely keep them on the shelves. They have tender coconut on the inside and a rich chocolate on the outside, and it seriously tastes just like an Almond Joy, but without all the junk of an Almond Joy. There are 11 grams of fiber, much of which is a prebiotic fiber. So that is fiber that helps to support your microbiome and feed the good bacteria in your gut. The fiber also, as we've already mentioned, is going to help you keep you full and support a healthy weight management, and also control your blood sugar. Because there's coconut, it has medium chain triglycerides, or MCT oil, in it that comes from the coconut. So a lot of people, it's a big buzzword right now, the MCT oil, and MCT oil supports your metabolism and helps keep you full. It actually powers your brain, so it can help with cognition and supports your immune system against things like viruses, bacteria, and even our friend Mr. Candida. So there's no artificial sweeteners. It's 100% paleo, no gluten, grains, soy, dairy, corn, no eggs. It's approved for the Candida Breakthrough programs, the Leaky Gut program, and the elimination diet. So if you are missing sweets, this is a delicious go-to. We're doing a Candida challenge right now with about 600 people in it, and a lot of people have bought these bars, and we're just getting, rave reviews about them. So if you're new to the autoimmune solution or the thyroid connection protocols, just wait till we allow you to introduce chocolate, and then you can have these. So same goes for the Joy Mint fiber bars. So these are fairly similar to the coconut Joy, but they have mint in them. So it's a refreshing mint with the rich chocolate on the outside, and they taste like a peppermint patty, but without all the junk. They have 13 grams of the prebiotic fiber. They also have the MCT oil because of the coconut, and they're also approved for Candida, SIBO, leaky gut, parasites, and the elimination diet, and they're 100% paleo. So give these a try if you're looking either for a snack or even a dessert, a sweet treat. Some have used them as a meal replacement. I'd like you to have a little more protein than that, which is where our chewy chocolate paleo bars come in. So these, we did a taste test last year between these and the other bars, and these were a huge hit. So we finally decided to carry them, and they're rich and chewy. They definitely are chewy. They taste like a brownie, a chewy brownie. So please know that they are, because it has protein in it, and it comes from the hydrolyzed beef protein, sort of like bone broth protein in it. 12 grams of protein in these, plus 11 grams of prebiotic fiber. So this is more of your protein bar. And because of the collagen or the bone broth protein in them, it makes them very chewy. So they're super good. They do taste like a brownie, but they're chewy. And then they have healthy fat from coconut and sunflower seeds, no artificial sweeteners, 100% paleo, no gluten, grains, dairy, soy, corn, no eggs, like those other protein bars that I was telling you about that were paleo. So you can eat these on Candida, SIBO, leaky gut, parasites, and elimination diet. Again, make sure that you've added in sweeteners if you are doing autoimmune solution and thyroid connection. As always, all of my supplements have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so feel free to give them a try. If you don't like it, let us know. But we've gotten great reviews. Two other of my favorites are collagen protein. So I go nowhere without this collagen protein. I've already mentioned I drink it at least once, if not twice a day. I drink it in the morning with my tea, drink it usually in the evening with my tea. In fact, we're coming out with little packets of collagen soon because I travel with it all the time. And you guys have been telling us you want a more convenient way. Of course, you can always just put it in a baggie or something. I have a little container that I take mine in. And so, I took this with me when I went to Detroit the other day and had this in some tea there as well. And so it's really great. If you're on a ketogenic diet, you're looking to lose weight, you're looking to heal your gut, you're looking for better hair, skin, and nails, you're diabetic and you need something to stabilize your blood sugars, this is my absolute go-to for that. And then, of course, we have our paleo protein powders, and we're coming out with some new flavors. I can't wait to share that with you. Right now we have unflavored vanilla and chocolate, and these are really good. You can put them in a shaker bottle. It's kind of, it's not nearly as delicious as if you make it in a actual blender. When you make this in a blender, it gets frothy and creamy and smooth, almost like ice cream. In the blender bottle, it's kind of like your standard protein powder that it just, is very thin and liquidy. So that can be great if you're in a bind on the road, if you're in a position to make a snack or have a blender, even better when you can do it in the blender. Although we have a new flavor coming out, mocha latte, and it is delicious just on its own, like an iced coffee. I might be spoiling some thunder, but don't forget I ship worldwide, 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're interested in picking up your bars, head over to amymd.io/bars. And now we're going to get into some packaged snacks that I picked up at the store. Okay, so for the next 3 days, February 20th through the 22nd. So that's today through the 22nd. I have a special offer for you with the bars. So any of these bars, you can buy a box of any of the bars and you'll get a copy of the Myers Way AIP, Paleo, and ketogenic snack recipes. So we came up with a little ebook for you that is full of more recipes for snacks that you can make at home that are super simple, just a few ingredients. And they're AIP approved, they're Paleo approved, they're Myers Way approved, and they're ketogenic snacks. Plus, when you buy more, you save more. If you order one box, you save 5% and you get the free ebook. If you order 2 boxes, you save 10% and you get the free ebook. And if you order 3 boxes, you get 15% savings, plus you get the ebook, and you'll also get free shipping in the continental United States. So those of you who've just tuned in, and those of you who've been here for a while, let me tell you about the giveaway that we're going to do before I get to the packaged snacks that you can buy in the store. And that is, I'm going to be giving away a sample pack of bars, which is 1 bar, just one. You'll get 1 coconut joy fiber bar, 1 mint joy fiber bar, and 1 chewy chocolate bar. So the way to enter to do that is to tag a friend in the comments below by typing the @sign. Make sure you do the @sign. That's what allows you to tag somebody. If you just put their name, it doesn't always tag them. So do the @ and then their name and tag them in the comments below. And you have until tomorrow, Wednesday, February 21st at 4 p.m. to enter. So you must be in the continental United States. So I'm giving away a sample pack of the bars by tagging a friend in the comments. If you're interested in buying the bars and saving either 5, 10, or 15% and getting a free ebook, head over to amymd.io/bars and pick up your bars today. Don't forget, 30-day money-back guarantee. All right, so now we're going to head into the snacks that you can get over the counter. Looks like some people, so Tana is asking when my products go into stores. Maybe someday. Right now, online, we are starting to do more and more on Amazon. The bars aren't on Amazon yet, but at some point we will. When you guys do so I'm seeing people tagging friends. So make sure that their name shows up in blue, like when you tag their name and their name, then you see them. And I think maybe some people are tagging people and they're maybe not on Facebook. So it's helpful if your friends is on Facebook as well. So Brittany wants to know when we're coming out with the mocha latte protein powder. Soon. If you're on my newsletter list, you will be the first to know. It's coming soon, folks. We can't wait. It is seriously delicious. If you've been missing iced coffee like I have, so good. Plus you'll get all the protein and all the benefits of the bone broth. So it's going to be amazing. Okay, so don't forget, always choosing real whole foods is preferred. Making your snacks, always great. I have lots of snacks in my new cookbook. Don't forget, coming out. And if you're new and you haven't been listening, go back and listen. I shared all about my cookbook. I held it up. I showed it to you. You'll see what all is there. It's coming out May 8th. But I have a lot of snack recipes in the cookbook. We have rosemary sea salt crackers, artichoke dip, coconut collagen fuel bites, sweet and salty trail mix, 5 vegetable guacamole, that's a fan favorite. So plus 150 more recipes. So there are lots of snack options. Don't forget to pick up your copy. So that's always what I prefer. But if you get in a bind, you're in a hurry, you're like me, running a business, traveling, trying to be a mom too, sometimes you just got to grab for something. So don't forget, if you pre-order the autoimmune solution now, you get a $20 gift card to my store, plus over $200 in bonus gifts if you just head back to my website and put in your receipt number at amymd.io/AI cookbook. I'm also giving away a signed copy of my cookbook, The Autoimmune Solution, just for watching Facebook Live. There's a way to enter to win that. Type the word cookbook and tag a friend below, and that will enter you to win the cookbook. So we have 2 giveaways right now. One is for the bar sample pack, tag a friend. If you'd like to enter to win the cookbook as well, write cookbook and tag a friend. Again, you'll have until tomorrow, 4 Central Standard Time, Wednesday the 21st, and then we'll pick a winner. a winner, and you must be in the continental United States. Okay, so let me go over some of the snacks. All right, so protein. Let's go for protein first. So you can go to Vital Choice and order there. They have lots of salmon and other snacks if you're interested in that. I was out and just found some things at the store if you don't want to go there. I found these actually Deer North that look amazing. They are just Alaskan salmon bites and savory sea kelp and sesame. So I got this in Detroit yesterday. I haven't even tried them yet, but they look amazing. This, when I went to India, I carried this, and I got this at Whole Foods, or you can get it on Amazon, Sea Bear salmon. I went to India for 2 weeks and carried a suitcase full of this, eating a ton of salmon and then also beef jerky. Or you could go to Whole Foods, sockeye salmon. Main things when you're looking at something like this, you want it water packed. You want to make sure it's sockeye, wild caught, Alaskan, not getting Atlantic salmon or something like that. Okay, we mentioned the paleo protein and the collagen. Now we also have Epic. We love Epic. Epic is coming out with bone broths now. A lot of different people are coming out with bone broths. So now you can kind of get bone broth in the grocery store or online as well. Always better to make your own. I mean, the more, fresh things are, but if you're in a bind, this or collagen. Kettle and Fire, one of my other favorite brands for bone broth. When you're looking at something like a bone broth, you definitely want to be looking at organic, grass-fed, pasture-raised. Those are the buzzwords you're going to want to see here to make sure. And then, of course, looking for added ingredients like, yeast extract, hydrolyzed yeast extract. You want to avoid things like that. That could be gluten, that could be soy, that could be what am I trying to say? I'll think of it in a second. So be careful there. Other snacks, if you're looking for something fun, or coconut manna, this is great. You can just eat that, full of fat, keep you super healthy. Again, we're talking about packaged foods because, of course, you could reach for an avocado. I don't eat sardines. Sardines are another good snack, but we're talking about packaged foods here. So that's why I don't have a lot of fruits and vegetables and things like that. Some other things that these coconut chips are really good. The fat going to keep you satiated here. If you're looking for something for your thyroid, I got these at Costco the other day, a huge pack of seaweed. So definitely want to make sure you're getting in your iodine for thyroid. So these are great. We tried these out with Elle. She didn't really like them, but if you're looking for fruit, dehydrated fruit is one way to do it, or you can do freeze-dried. Freeze-dried is really no added sugars or anything like that. They just lower the temperature to preserve the nutrients in the fruit. So another snacks that you can get there. Of course, if you're looking at fruits, you want to make sure that you are not getting any added sugars. You're not getting, it's just pure 100% fruit. These also they had at Costco in big packs. So just simple freeze-dried apples. I don't do a lot of dried fruit, and if you have SIBO or Candida, you definitely need to be cognizant of that. These are just some things I got to see if Elle liked them, and my nanny loves dried fruit. Mangoes, I got this for her. Again, you want to be looking at, USDA organic, non-GMO, and make sure that literally the ingredients are organic mangoes. So if you're getting any kind of dried fruit, one, you got to be super careful if you are doing SIBO or Candida. I really don't recommend that you eat dried fruit. Maybe you could do the freeze-dried in minimal, amounts, just the same amount you would like a regular fruit. The problem when you're getting dried fruit is, the sugars are much more concentrated. You end up eating a whole lot more than one apple when you eat the dehydrated apple. You end up eating like 5 apples because it's so delicious and the sugars are so intense. I find with the freeze-dried fruit, they're far more bitter. The sugars aren't as intense because it's not as concentrated. So I tend to try to stay away from this. This I also found at Costco, beets. We tried beets with Elle today. She didn't like them too much. But they have a huge pack of beets if you're a fan of beets. These are all, ready to eat, cooked, peeled. They are, it doesn't say it right here, but on the outside of the box, well, organic, but it also, has the USDA seal. And again, 100% organic red beets. That's the ingredient. And then these are some of my favorite if you're really going for, a chip. Those of us that can't eat corn and things like that anymore. These Jackson Honest sweet potato chips and coconut oil. I think it's like 3 ingredients: sweet potatoes, organic coconut oil, and sea salt. So these are probably about the cleanest, chip that you can get short of making your own. So the point is there are definitely more snacks coming on board. And then, of course, coconut flakes, and then siete. I don't have the package, but the siete cassava and coconut wraps. I also have a recipe for cassava wraps or tortillas in my new cookbook, the Autoimmune Solution. So hopefully that gave you some good ideas of things that you can eat. There are plenty of things. I mean, again, always go for homemade, home cooked if you can. Fresh fruits and vegetables if you can. I mean, an avocado, while I was traveling, I of course took the collagen with me. I took some of my bars with me, and then I ran to a store that was sort of like a Whole Foods. It's their version. It's called I don't know, Better Grocery Stores or something, outside of or in Michigan. And I got a chicken salad that was amazing, and then I got a few snacks like these that I didn't end up eating just because I had enough food. And what was I going to tell you? The point of what I did. Oh, and I bought an avocado. So last night in the airport, I was finishing up my chicken salad, and I just cut an avocado in half, and there was my dinner: avocado and chicken salad. So, and of course, the woman next to me, I write this in my cookbook that people always turn to me when I'm eating on the plane and say something, but it truly is true. This woman turns to me, and she's like, "Oh, that looks so delicious." And I just spent $12.75 or something on this, some sort of sandwich that she had bought that wasn't very good. So you'll also get, people looking at you longingly when you're traveling. Okay, so always trying to do that. And if not, there are far more options coming available. And if you want more travel tips in general, I have some in the book. And we also have some articles on my website about what I do when I travel. And of course, I have that all listed in the Autoimmune Solution Cookbook. So don't forget that couple of things, and then I'm going to get to any questions that you guys have. So don't forget, over the next 3 days, now until February 22nd, I have a special offer on my fiber bars and my paleo protein bars, which is if you order 1 box, you save 5%, and you get a free ebook of ketogenic paleo AIP approved recipes. If you order 2 boxes, you get the free ebook plus 10% off. If you order 3 boxes, you get free shipping, the ebook, and 15% off if you live in the United States. You get the percentage off, but you get the free shipping if you're in the United States. You can go to amymd.io/bars. And don't forget, you can enter to win a sampler pack of each of the bars, which I'm about to dive into one of these as soon as we're done with this Facebook Live. A coconut joy bar, a coconut mint joy bar, and the chewy chocolate paleo bar. All you have to do is tag a friend by typing @ and their name in the comments, and you'll be entered to win. Plus, I'm giving away a signed copy of my book, The Autoimmune Solution Cookbook, that will be coming out May 8th. And all you have to do is enter the word cookbook down below and tag a friend, and then you'll be entered to win the cookbook. It'll be a signed copy, and it comes out May 8th. You'll probably get an advanced copy because I'll get one, I'll sign it, and I'll send it off to you. So 2 different giveaways, 2 different ways to enter to win, and the special offer of the bars being on sale when you order boxes, buy more, save more, and you get a free ebook. Don't forget, as with always on my store, everything as it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk. All right, so Karen would like to know, could you indicate whether any of the snacks are low histamine? So Karen, that's a great question. So Dana made this handy-dandy chart. Now, I know you're talking about in general, but I'm letting you know in my cookbook Dana made a handy dandy chart in the cookbook that has whether something is autoimmune solution approved, thyroid connection approved, candida approved, SIBO approved, and then low histamine. So, so I don't know if you can see this checklist, but in the cookbook, she has multiple pages letting you know, because so many people have histamine intolerance. And we also just give you some indicators on, things to avoid for low histamine. So that is covered in the cookbook. And remember, the cookbook is far more than a cookbook. It's a way of life. And so I teach you about that. And it's really, if you haven't read either of my other two books, I give you a quick refresher in the whole first chapter all about the program and how to do the program and autoimmunity. So you don't have to have, it's a standalone book. You don't have to have bought or read the other books to follow the cookbook. And if you own one of the other books, you get 150 new recipes. There are probably about 10 recipes that we've used other places, maybe 20 at the most. 10 have been in other books, maybe 10 others have been somewhere else, like on my website. That's probably overestimating things. It's probably more like 15. So you have all new recipes in this cookbook. So come on over and pre-order your cookbook, and then jump back to my website and claim your $200 in free gifts, as well as a $20 gift card to be used on my website. So Dion would like to know, do I like Wild Planet pink salmon from the can? So I don't know if I know that brand. I typically use Vital Choice. It's online, and it's mostly because then it just gets delivered to my house. Our meats, we get them from Butcher Box. Again, mostly because it just comes delivered to my house. You can either get a standard box. This time I picked my own box. We get a big organic chicken every time because Elle is loving our roasted chicken. I have a recipe for it in the cookbook, and she is loving it. So now we're making one of those about every week. She's really into sausage. Elle eats exactly how Javier and I eat. So she's following this way of life without even knowing it yet. She's never had gluten, never had dairy. The only types of breads that she's had are ones that we've made that are in the cookbook, actually. So, and they're all, AIP approved. So I don't know that particular brand. So the things to look out for would be non-GMO, making sure that it's wild caught, it's Alaskan, and there are no other added ingredients in it. Okay, let me jump over and see if there are any other comments from anybody. Elaine says, or Eileen says she loves Butcher Box too. Looks like people are still just tagging people, which is awesome. So if there are any other questions, I'm happy to answer those. And look at me, I'm seeing myself online. I never watch myself. That I'm on my treadmill desk, and so I'm, swaying back and forth. But anyway, so I guess that's it, folks. Know that the cookbook's available to pre-order. Go ahead and do that if you'd like. If you're interested in the bars, some great deals going on between now and Thursday at midnight Eastern Standard Time or Central Standard Time. Buy more, save more. And I think that's a wrap. If you're just joining us, please go back to the beginning and see the amazing cookbook that's coming out. I did a special sneak peek for you guys. I don't have an actual copy of it yet. I'm still doing edits. And that is, I showed that to you as well as some pictures. So go check it out. All right, everybody, great to talk to you. Don't forget, I will be doing Facebook Lives every Tuesday at 3 Central Standard Time. So sometimes I'm going to be interviewing a guest like I did last week where we talked about EMF and toxicity. Sometimes I'll be talking about topics that you guys tell me. If there's a topic that you'd like me to cover, you can also write it in the comments below, and I'll do my best to try to cover that up. Deborah is asking about makeup choices. Yes, I use sorry, I thought somebody was saying Bobbi Brown. I'm like, no, I don't use Bobbi Brown. I use Beauty Counter, and you can go to beautycounter/Amy Myers if you'd like to order something there. Cheryl's asking, is cassava different than tapioca? They actually both come from the mandioca or mandioc root, and I grew that and ate that in the Peace Corps. So it is a root, and it is not considered a grain. So, and with all of these foods, you got to see what you tolerate and what you can deal with, because as these new flours are becoming popular, and now they're going to be all these products with cassava flour, I'm sure I'm going to start to see people with cassava intolerance. I didn't see that before, because who was eating cassava flour? Only the people in South America, right? But now that it's becoming so big in the paleo and the autoimmune paleo way of life and in that community, we're going to see more and more people eating it. It's like almond flour. Right at the rush of all the paleo snacks, I started seeing people with all kinds of almond sensitivities because they were just eating product after product with almond flour. So you still got to be careful, folks. And I really recommend that you're eating really lean animal proteins, vegetables, fruits, and then having these other things on occasion, not to just be eating them and deciding, oh, now she has, pancakes in her cookbook and I'm going to eat pancakes every day. So you need to be careful. And certainly if you're dealing with infections like Candida or SIBO. And Norma's telling me to please warn people about their tap water. Yes, I talk about that all the time, and getting a water filter, not only on your tap, Norma, but also on your shower. And so that's, she said she switched from tap water to distilled water, and it really helped with her joint pain. I'm so happy that you found a solution to your joint pain. That's awesome. And I would also recommend that you get a filter on your shower. I use Aquasana because they're one of the few people I know that actually make shower filters. You can get a whole house filter, but if you live in an apartment or an older home and you can't install one of those after the fact, getting shower filters, and they're pretty cheap. They're less than $100. The filters last for about 6 months. So you can, twice a year, and then the filter is less than the actual when you buy it for the first time. Karen's asking, do we put in the invoice number for the freebies? Yes, where it says invoice number, that's what you want to put in. You'll get an invoice number when you buy it from Amazon or Barnes & Noble or wherever. Deborah's asking about alkaline water. I think that we want our body to be in an alkaline state. I don't know a lot about alkaline water and if it really works. So that's one of those things I would give it a try. And also just be cognizant. I mean, if you're making it yourself at home, that's one thing. A lot of these ones are in plastic bottles. They're in the grocery store. What's the actual source of the water? So you got to think through that and make sure you're getting filtered water. You're not drinking it out of plastic bottles and whatnot. Jamie's asking me, how do you properly clean fruits and vegetables? Jamie, I'll be honest, I don't really clean my fruits and vegetables. I kind of figure, it's coming from the dirt, and, hopefully there's some probiotics. Most of these things have been cleaned before they get there. If I get something at the farmer's market and there's really a lot of dirt or some worms or something in it, I definitely rinse it off. When it's coming from the store, I either don't personally rinse it off or I just quickly rinse it off. I'm buying, all organic. So hopefully, there's not pesticide residue on there. So looks like Star's putting in some topics for discussion. So y'all feel free to add in the comment section any other topics you'd like discussed, and we'll on these Facebook Lives every Tuesday at 3 Central Standard Time. All right, everybody, Greta's asking for me to say again where she can pre-order the cookbook. Really, anywhere books are sold. I mean, most people buy them at Amazon now, so that's why I say Amazon. But anywhere a book is sold, Book Depository if you live internationally. Barnes & Noble, Amazon, iTunes, wherever books are sold, Books A Million, you ought to be able to go there and pre-order the cookbook. And so you can go to AMD/AI cookbook and then go and put in your receipt number or your invoice number. So, but anywhere cookbooks are sold or books are sold, you ought to be able to pre-order. You probably could even walk into your Barnes & Noble and tell them, or your local bookstore. So I'm not trying to diminish anybody. If you've got a local bookstore and you love them and you always buy your books at a local bookstore, I fully support local bookstores. You can walk into the bookstore and pre-order it. I don't know if they'll give you a receipt number or not. Hopefully they will, because you'll buy it. But you tell them you want to order the book. They can order it for you. Most of them should be getting the book because the Autoimmune Solution sold a lot of copies. So many people, all independent bookstores should be getting at least a copy or two of the book. So you can go in and pre-order it, get your code, and come back to the website and and get your free gifts. $20 coupon or gift card at the store, as well as $200 in extra. All right, looks like Erin has already received his or her, Erin and Lisa have received their email for their $20 coupon or $20 gift card. Awesome. So it's working. So head on over wherever you want. Books are sold, and you can put in your receipt number. Marcy's asked me, what are my thoughts on 100% therapeutic essential oils? I am not an essential oils expert. However, I did a Facebook Live with an expert who is Dr. Eric Zielinski. And if you're on my newsletter list, we sent out a newsletter last week, sending you over to his website to find out some more information and a program that he was offering. So there's probably some info on my website about that, or even Facebook down below. All right, everybody, have a great afternoon. Thanks so much. And I will see you guys. Next week at 3 Central Standard Time.